Hey everybody, Shark Scrapper back for another Wednesday Bites. Well, that last load of computers that I picked up had quite a few of these Compaq Presarios. So, some are kind of beat up, like this one. Some are not. Kind of weird. Anyway, let's dive in, see what we're dealing with here. Alright, a quick read on the outside labels tells me that this is a Celeron. A beat up Celeron. Man, this thing's in bad shape. All right. There we go. Get that lid off of there. Had to turn the Navy seal around, you know, because that's just what I am, Navy. All right. Aluminum heatsink, fan, CPU, green fiber. Okay. Some of you, some of us have been around. Some of you, some of me, some of us have been at this for a while now. So when we saw the Celeron, we kind of had an idea what to expect. Oops. Still has the heat shield. You need to go over there until I take that off. Then you can go over there. Large socket motherboard, so that's cool. Not expecting much here. RAM's at 6. I don't even see. Yeah, don't see a capacity on that. 128 wonderful megabytes. PCI slot card. Network. Modem, I'm sorry. So, there you go. Ready for board sort. I need to empty that out. There's some good money sitting there. Get some stuff on its way to board sort. Still have a hard drive in here. Oh, I didn't unscrew the power supply. Caddy is kind of unconnected, disconnected. Let's try using English properly. There's our hard drive. Western Digital 200. GB. Yeah, we're not worried about you. We've been picking up a lot of subscribers lately, so I'm going to repeat a few things here. For anyone who's new to the channel, my yard takes this ribbon wire along with my number 2, and I do not have to remove any of the connectors. Some folks like to remove these because there's gold pins in there that you can pull out. But for me, it's not worth the time. If you're a hobbyist, then yeah, it's probably worth your time. If you're going after gold recovery, that is. As for the wire, you really want to know what your yard has, what their policies are for grading, because that's kind of unusual to take the ribbon wire as number 2. I think my yard does it for me because I bring in so much stuff for them.
So for them, it's just in the wash. But most yards want you to separate the ribbon wire because it's a much lower copper yield. All right, large socket motherboard, because a US quarter will very easily fit right there. Get this battery out into the battery bin. If you do depopulate, motherboards really aren't that great for depopulating, but in this case we've got a gold cornered BGA, so that's, you know, you can get that. You got some flat packs that you can get. You've got an IC here. You got some jumpers that are going to be gold plated. Underneath of this, probably the ceramic chip. Yeah. Oh no. Another gold corner BGA. Oscillator, ICs, flat pack, ICs. So if you are going to depopulate motherboards, this one's got some pretty good stuff for you to take. But I don't depopulate motherboards. I sell them to Board Sort or my local yard, depending upon what grade of board it is. This one's going to go to Board Sort, so it's going to come over here and get put in with the bin of large sockets. And I need to get a box ready for Board Sort. Look at that rust. This thing had some water in it. All right, now then, let's get that CD-ROM out of there. This thing had some sort of weird closure on it. Those Presarios, a little bit weird. Anyway, with the Presarios, it's kind of nice. That CD usually is not screwed in, and I just pull out, press these two tabs in. That is a blank. That is a floppy. I don't bother to take those. And there's some USB connectors. You can, if you really want to, get the USB connectors as gold connectors. If you sell gold connectors to Board Sort, if your yard has a gold connector end category. My yard is paying me so well for wire now that I don't even mess with it. All right, these are little Phillips. I've kind of gone to a new mode here. Instead of having two, a driver and a drill, I'm keeping the driver here with the small bit ready to go and a large bit ready to go. And I just switch them out as I need them. If that works for me, then I can take that drill there and relocate that. All right, CD-ROM. Check the ends here. Oh, it just pulled off. So, little motor right there. If you want to go after it, go right ahead. I don't usually do this. I will in this case for the video. Usually with CD-ROMs, this stuff just goes right into shred. And in this case, we have a little motor here. See if I can get you off the plastic easy enough. There we go. So there's a little electric motor. Let's see what the disc is. I'm always curious. When I see that a disc is still in, usually it's just like drivers and stuff. But I have found some games. Bangles. The Bangles. Hey, you know what? I'm going to have fun. I'm going to listen to this on the way home today. Oh, that's funny. All right. Shred. Oh, yeah, there's still metal on there. Put you in there. You go in CD-ROM. Oh, I got enough CD-ROMs to get a box ready there, too, don't I? These really tiny little ribbon wire here, I usually just throw in with my shred bucket. Okay, now let's free up the hard drive. Yeah, I guess it was just a tight fit. All right, now get the board off of here. In this case, I am going to keep this Torx on this Black & Decker hand drill, although I should get a new hand drill because the magnet fell out, so the bit keeps falling out. But the reason I'm doing this is because these are relatively small Torx, and I don't want to over torque the Torx and either round off the torque bit or round off the screw. All right, hard drive with no board, that's the way I sell them to my local yard. And then the hard drive board with the IDE pins is high grade. If it's a SATA type connection, it's a low grade, if you're selling to board sort. Now, what I'm thinking about is a major change to the shark cage layout. I'm thinking about moving the computer station aft in the space and make this front part the heavy material section. Back when I was not bringing in a lot of heavy material, I was moving computers back and forth so much that it made sense to keep the computers up towards the front, even though they were a bit lighter. But now that I'm bringing in heavier material, large gauge cable, big chunks of cast aluminum, big heavy gauge steel, things like that, it might make sense now for me to move the computer work area aft and take advantage of this heavy steel that I got in a recent delivery from the cell phone tower guys. Now, these were the support structures that held some of the large antennas and structures on the cell phone towers. Very heavy gauge, very heavy steel. You saw in a previous video where I broke those down. If you didn't, I'll put a link here for it so you can see it. But what I'm debating now is if I move the computer workstation back here, how to lay it out for the most efficient flow. You know, stacking up. Well, here's one idea that's rolling around in my coconut right now is bring the computers in, stack them up, and then have something like a conveyor belt system where maybe even get a roller, a small roller, so that I can roll them over to a workstation, break them down, and then the empty shells get staged someplace to get pulled away. So I'm cogitating on that. You can see right now this place is just a mess because I was moving stuff out of the way in order to get this heavy stuff back here. So, appreciate any thoughts that you all have, because one thing the Shiver has demonstrated par excellence is very creative thinking. Very creative thinking and very smart people in the Shiver. I learned so much from you all. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that computer scrap and a little discussion about the future of the shark cage. I look forward to your comments. If you did enjoy this one, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's the little icon in the middle between the two links that are taking you to more Wednesday's Bytes e-waste scrapping videos. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.